Pradeep, just continuing with the Maruti bit, how would you look at Maruti results today? Is it looking as if it's topped out?
Hi, good afternoon. If you remember our call on Maruti, we had continuously been telling that the stock has formed negative divergence on monthly charts around 4700, and that needs to be taken out 4760, 4765 kind of level for taking the positive. And we had also booking some profit around there. Now after this current correction, the stock is very crucially poised. I think the low made recently 3870 is a very important support.
Pradeep, I think we have some issues with the mic. We'll just sort it out and come back. But what he was saying is, and what I could pick up is that, there is some amount of, 4700 should be that level, and only about that he would be positive. Meanwhile, let's just pull up Imami numbers as well. Imami declared numbers, a weak set of numbers. They're not that great in terms of numbers. Consolidated profit coming in at 205 versus 194, just about 8% sort of a growth, and sales also growing in about 7-8%. So not much actually to read into that. PAT coming in at 205. These are consolidated numbers versus estimates of 193. Let's just look at sales as well. 788 versus 692. They are also have a very big impact of Patanjali. And 16 to 17 rupees higher. It was up 2.5% earlier, and now it's giving up some gains. Pradeep, just coming back to Maruti, can you just start again? Would you be looking to buy that name or sell that name?
See, what I was telling that after this recent fall, the stock is very crucially poised. If you see the recent low 3870, that on weekly charts as well as monthly chart is a very crucial support. If that is taken out, then the stock will clearly give a bearish signal or a sell signal on its long-term charts. So in that case, I would even advise investors to book out of the stock. In that case, if stock falls below 3870, then next important support will come only around 2900 to 3000. So 3870 will be a very important support on Maruti from medium to long-term perspective.
38?
3870, the low made in on 21st January.
Right. What was your view as far as the auto pack is concerned? You like TVS, that's not fallen. Tata Motors has fallen from last we spoke. So can you just tell us about these two names?
TVS Motor continues to be our preferred bet in auto space. Now, if you look at last 1 month's movement, TVS is continuously facing resistance around 295 area. Once that is taken out, then I would not be surprised to see the stock retesting its 309 top and even taking it out. So 295 will be the important resistance I would watch out for TVS, but it continues to be our preferred pick in auto pack. Tata Motors, I was of the view that if 360 is broken, then the stock can retest 320 to 300 support area. Recently, we saw stock touching 323 kind of level. Still, I think there is very much possible that stock might drift towards the bottom it made in September. That was 280. I think final bottom will get formed around 300 to 280 kind of region. So I continue to be negative on Tata Motors, and unless it crosses 373, that is the 34 DMA. So unless that is taken out, I would be a seller on Tata Motors, and 300 to 280 would be the region where I think the final bottom can be made.
Right. Pradeep, just stay on with us. We're just about to close in terms of market. 14 points down for the Nifty, 42 in terms of Sensex, one of the most muted expiry that we have seen in really a long time. Tata Steel down 1.5, Tata Power down 2%, ONGC up 0.5%, Reliance up 1.6%. HDFC Limited, that's a results impact, 1.5% decline. Sun Pharma up about 1.3%. Infosys down about 0.6%, L&T down 3%. L&T declares numbers tomorrow. It can come in during market hours, but we will have to wait and watch as to how it comes. Sometimes it comes in market hours, sometimes it doesn't. HUL 3% higher, 791. One of the strong performers today. IndusInd Bank 0.5% in terms of decline. Maruti results should come out post-market hours. HCL Tech 1% in terms of gains. TCS 1% higher, 2,339. Kotak Mahindra Bank 1.5% decline. Asian Paints down about a quarter. Wipro down about 0.6. Lupin up 0.65%. Cipla down about 0.5%. That's the closing bell. 10 points down on a provisional basis, but I think it will adjust itself slightly in and around this level. There was not much volatility seen in the last 1 hour, unlike what you would have seen on any other expiry day. Ambuja Cements down about 0.84, Bosch down about 2%, Vedanta 5% higher, that's a results impact, ICICI down 1.7. SBI up about 0.73, Tata Motors down about 1%, Power Grid up about 4% or so. Vedanta up about 5.6%, it's a results impact. Kane India 4.5%, I think that just followed Vedanta. 124 for that name. Power Grid, in about 5 minutes time from now, we'll be talking into the management about the results. Hindustan Zinc 2% higher, 163 for Hindustan Zinc. Z Entertainment up 2.6%, 407 rupees for Z Entertainment. Let's look at some of the other gainers as well. So Z Entertainment was up 4, M&M is up about 2.5%, 1201. ITC up 1.7. Actually, most of the heavyweights actually did quite well today. Let's look at the losers. Idea is down 4%, rather 4.5, 104 rupees for Idea. L&T down 3%. Numbers tomorrow, mostly after market hours. Bharti Airtel, 3% decline, 289. PNB down 2.5. Adani Ports down 2.3. Tata Power down 2.2%. Bajaj Auto down 2%. Grasim, Bosch, Hero MotoCorp down closer to about 2% each. Pradip Hotchandani is still with us. Pradip, what do you make of L&T? Results come out tomorrow. Pradeep, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
L&T, what is your view? Results come out tomorrow.
See, L&T, we have been maintaining our negative bias for quite some time. Below 1500, 1300 was the next support area, and below 1300 we were eyeing 1100 kind of support area. Now the next major support area you can say is around 1040, which happens to be its 500 week moving average. So I think the stock still continues to be in a downtrend, but this is a final hope for bulls, if you want to say that. And this will be the very important support area from very long term perspective. 1040 is the support level I am talking about, but clearly the stock continues to be in a negative trend, and the view on stock continues to be sell on rallies, but 1040 is the next big support area I would watch out for.
Right. Gujarat Pipavav 6% higher today after numbers. Numbers were not that great. Margins, however, came in as a surprise.
Yeah. I think Gujarat Pipavav, if you see, the stock had a decent correction over past couple of months, and after this correction the stock is sitting at very important support levels, that is 34-month average, which is placed around closer to 135 kind of level. So I think for investor this is a very good level to get into the stock with stop loss of 135, 140 kind of levels. On the higher side, major resistance will come around its 200 DMA, which is placed around 190, but from risk reward perspective this is a very good level to get into the stock, and 190 would be the next major resistance area that I would eye.
Right. Pradeep, just stay on with us. We are getting some data coming in on the 20 smart cities. We just cut across to that press conference earlier. So Bhubaneswar in terms of the first city, Pune, Jaipur, followed by Surat and Kochi. These are the top 5 cities. Jabalpur, Indore, Ludhiana, Bhopal, Sholapur are some of the other names. Chennai, Guwahati, Ahmedabad, Visakhapatnam, Udaipur are some of the other names. Coimbatore is also a part of this 20 smart cities. This is just coming in from that conference. We just heard that, but we were waiting as to when the different cities come in. These are the different 20 smart cities that has been proposed. Pradeep, any view on Power Grid? Off late it has done very, very well.
See, a broad view on Nifty Energy Index. If you remember our previous conversations, I have been mentioning that Nifty Energy Index is the one which is showing signs of fresh breakout, while other sectoral indices are clearly in a bad trend. This Nifty Energy Index is showing clear signs of breaking out on its larger scale. So Power Grid, yes, I think if you talk about Power Grid, 146, 147 is the resistance area. Once that is taken out, then it will be a clear breakout on its longer term charts, and in that case minimum target would be around 160. So clearly at this juncture also I will be a buyer with a stop loss of closer to 137, which happens to be its 200 DMA. But as I mentioned, 147 will be the very important resistance area, and as I mentioned, energy is a preferred sectoral index, and I think Reliance will be the leader in this pack, and this sectoral index is set to outperform over next couple of quarters.
Right. Pradeep, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure talking to you.